So the next topic we're going to do is, oh damn it. It's a good thing you're not standing there because I just drank my tea and I started talking and then I could see the tea spit flying out and hit the screen of my smartphone. It's a good thing I'm not talking to you because you would have got spit in your face. We're going to talk about clown culture because as I said in my last video, Clancy likes that clown that's on The Simpsons. I'm not sure if he likes him. He's aware of him. Can't remember his name. You know the clown on The Simpsons? The one that seems to get incident reports with Bart. Can't remember. He's got Itchy and Scratchy show on part of his show. Clown culture is... we just saw a very interesting post by the philosopher Bertrand Russell, who talked about clowns in power. And he said they've got too much leisure time, too little intelligence, and when they get in power, it leads directly to tyranny. And then somebody in my house was playing a clip from Donald Trump. And he said, in essence, if you're worried about getting sick, you should try going out in the light therapy, heat therapy. I didn't hear this part, but someone said Donald Trump suggests people drink Lysol if they're feeling sick. So that brings us back to clown culture, and clearly we've got someone who's got too much leisure time, too little intelligence, and the people of America elected this clown to be their king. King Donald, the Donald, President Donald Trump. Has there been a stupider president than Donald Trump? Barack Obama seemed to have a lot of smarts. Oh, yes, you do. It's hard to say. I mean, gosh darn it. Who is more of a clown? George W. Bush, W, or Donald J. Trump? You'd have to flip a coin because clearly those two are biggest clowns ever elected president. Now, what other kind of presidents have you had? Well, George W. Bush's father, George H.W. Bush, the first President Bush, he was the head of the CIA, and rumor has it he was part of the hit squad that knocked off President John F. Kennedy. He didn't come across as stupid like W. I don't know, though, like W somehow learned how to fly a plane. I can't fly a plane. Why does he just come across as being incredibly stupid? I mean, when 9/11 happened and he was with the children at a school somewhere and the teacher was going, "Get ready," and they were doing flashcards, someone told him, the Twin Towers have been struck and, it's a national emergency, and he just sat there. He just sat there. He didn't get up and rush away to his limousine and get back to the White House. He just sat there. Oh, yeah. Someone wants to know, did he know that the Twin Towers were going to come down? I don't think so. I mean, everyone knows that the smartest people, diabolically smart, which means, kind of smart in an evil fashion. Dick Cheney was incredibly smart and incredibly evil because he was, making all kinds of money from the war because he was somehow related to all those corporations that were making money from the war. And maybe Donald Rumsfeld, but he's more of a clown. Rumsfeld seemed like a clown. He was the Minister of Defense. Defense Secretary Rumsfeld. They called him Rummy, and I think that's why he was drinking rubbing alcohol, because he didn't want to face Dick Cheney, who was clearly the smartest person of the whole bunch. The power behind the throne, Dick Cheney. And W was just the figurehead president. He'd tell him anything and he'd do it. But he learned how to fly a plane, and I know he said he landed a plane on flight deck, I think, of an aircraft carrier, and there was a big sign up that said, something about the war is over. The war wasn't over, but it was quite a stunt. Unless they just said he was flying the plane and it was somebody else, a stunt double. It could have been. Other clowns, the biggest jackass north of the United States is Prime Minister Justin Trudeau of Canada. He's a clown. He talks with a lisp. We keep wondering if he was queer. Does that make you a clown? Yes. People who lisp are very clown-like people. Before he was elected Prime Minister, however, Justin got in the boxing ring with a Canadian senator, and they say that Justin Trudeau beat the guy at boxing. So, very strange man. He's got a lisp. He's good at boxing. Apparently he taught snowboarding. And he likes to say the word moist. Anyway, we consider him a clown because he doesn't seem very bright as a prime minister. What other clowns do we have on the national stage? Oh, the Prime Minister of Israel is a clown. Bibi Netanyahu. He changed his name. Did you know that? Yes, that's not his original name. Immigrated to Israel, and he changed his name to Bibi Netanyahu from some other name. Why? I don't know. Yahoo's in his name, and everyone knows that a Yahoo is somebody who's like from the Wild West going, Yahoo! Netanyahu. Apparently, he's as diabolical as Dick Cheney. Not so smart. And apparently he's an alcoholic. He loves to drink. Other clowns on the stage. Pretty much all of them, one way or another. They're not really funny clowns. They're not really sad clowns. They're, insane clown posse kind of clowns. In other words, they're insane. They're unbalanced and by far and large dangerous to the human species. What other clown culture do we have? Well, on Family Guy, you got Stewie. He's a stuck-up little shit. Is he a clown? Are we done? Are we done? That's what we say when we don't have any more lines. If you'd like to subscribe, I highly recommend not subscribing to this channel because it's a lot of these stupid talks that I do. Clancy, our producer, likes to label these in the hashtags comedy break because he likes to be classified as comedy. Nevertheless, no one ever laughs. I don't know what other things you would label it besides comedy, even though no one laughs. Tragedy, maybe. Tragic. I used to know someone who was a bank manager for the Bank of Montreal in Canada, in Vancouver, Canada. Vancouver, Canada had a branch, many branches of the Bank of Montreal, and this particular man was a bank manager. He liked to go out to the bar and get on the dance floor with a glass of scotch. He was always smiling. It was very tragic. That's what he used to say about, the people at the bar. It was very tragic. Usually, the way they looked was tragic. In other words, someone wasn't really dressed appropriately. Tragically, the Bank of Montreal bank manager, who owned 2 condominiums and a nice apartment in expensive, very expensive Vancouver, Canada, probably with a view of the sea. He used to go on one of those dating app things, and he'd have a party at his house. They'd buy about 5 bottles of vodka, and they'd go into his bedroom, and his bedroom was the party place. Everyone would get on the bed, and one of them would get on the computer and go on one of these dating apps and hack all the people that were looking for dates. In other words, just start talking to them and be a troll, and just be nasty and tell them horrible things or make dates and never show up. Tragic. Anyways, I was going to tell you that the bank manager who drank, and somehow, bank managers don't make that much money. They just don't. It's not really a high-paying job. Somehow he managed to acquire 2 very expensive condominiums in Vancouver, Canada, which has got the most expensive property values in Canada. Somehow he arranged to get this all done. I'm not saying that he was corrupt or anything, but still, I always wonder how on earth a bank manager's salary managed to get that much real estate. Anyways, I moved away from Vancouver, and the person that used to go on the computer dating sites and be a troll told me one time that the bank manager dropped dead. He was only about 43. If he heard the story himself, I'm sure he would say, tragic. Are we done? Are we done? Are we done? Clown culture. In Ghostbusters, Bill Murray had this machine, and it was a big pack sack, more like a duffel bag thing that would strap to his back, and it would shoot plasma out of plasma nozzle, and they would shoot it at ghosts, us Ghostbusters. And in one case in New York City, there was a parade. I think it was a parade, and they had the Pillsbury Doughboy, enormous Pillsbury Doughboy. Clancy thinks it was actually maybe redone on The Simpsons, but they used the Ghostbuster plasma gun against the Pillsbury Doughboy. If you're not in the United States, Pillsbury is a baking company, and you can buy dough in the grocery store, and then you bring it home. It just comes in a paper can, and you just slice the dough into bun-sized dough bits, put it in the oven, and it puffs up to lovely pastries. And the Pillsbury Doughboy is their slogan person. It's kind of a fat baker with a baker's hat. And Clancy Wiggum, our producer from The Simpsons, doesn't like the Pillsbury Doughboy because it reminds him to stop eating those Krispy Kreme donuts. I mean, Clancy, he's rather rotund, and he doesn't like us taking pot shots at him, but he did bring up the subject. Are we done? Are we done? Are we done? I think we're done. Thank you for watching. Please don't subscribe. Please don't tell anybody about this channel. And whatever you do, don't comment. Remember, this is not a comedy channel. This is serious. Take it seriously, for God's sakes. We'll have you run up on charges of abuse of power. And we're going to get Clancy Wiggum to come and arrest you.